Hey, welcome to Counseling Talk. Juan here, but you probably would have guessed that. All right, so the question for today is, hey Juan, school is starting for a 5-year-old. How can we get her ready? I have a 5-year-old too, and a 3-year-old as well. So good. I'm excited about this conversation because it's something like the whole summer I was thinking about, how to get the kids ready for school. And as a counselor, I work with kids often, and we look at subjects just like this one. So let's get away from that and let's get into your question. How do you get your 5-year-old ready for school? There's a thing called exposure therapy. So I want to share it in a different light so that it's easy to do, easy to understand. A strategy you can utilize is taking your child, going with them to the school whenever the school is not open, or even on the day it's open, but just prior to the first day of school. And then what you're going to do is you're really just going to go out there, play in the playground, walk around the halls, show them through the windows, what the classrooms look like, and just spend 15, 20 minutes, around that environment. Tell them, hey, this is where I'm going to drive you. That's where I'm going to drop you off. This is where we're going to walk in. Over there is where you have lunch. That's the big gym where you wait for everything to take place. You're really exposing them to this environment so that when they get there, it's not a shock, right? 'Cause sometimes, even as adults, when we go to new places, the butterflies come in our stomach, we get a little bit anxious, we get a little bit worried. So this is a strategy you can utilize to help your child have a smooth transition. Another strategy is, if you have time, look at communication with your child. Wait, no, I said that wrong. I know as a parent you got time, right? So I kind of threw in two strategies at once. So the first one, if you have time, look at integrating your life with those people at school, such as volunteering, PTA, seeing which parents have kids that are also involved in the school, and if you can maybe do a meetup, a coffee date, play date prior to school taking place, just so that your child knows a few people in that school, even if it's adults that they know. That still helps with the transition. Now, the other strategy I was going to share with you right before I discombobulated myself is sitting down with your child and doing just some like simple, let's say, conversation slash art therapy. We don't have to go too deep into it. Now, a simple strategy would be that you sit down with your child and you have a drawing, right? You have color pencils. They have their color pencils or crayons, and you got a paper. And they got a paper, right? So you kind of get that point. You got something to draw on, something to draw with. Cool. And then you go into a question like, how do you feel about school? Can you draw that? Can you color it? Or what color reminds you of going to school? And then see what happens. Explore that. Overall, you're not looking, too much into, are the lines straight? Are they crooked? You're more seeing if that provides conversation. So as an example, if I were to sit down with my child and do it, maybe she would draw a face with some tears. And then I'll ask. I'll say, hey, I think this person is crying in this picture. And then see what she says. She may explore that and go a little bit more. And then you're looking at just the emotional expression. That's going to help because it's going to kind of release some of that out. It's out in the open and it's not bottled up anymore. So you got 3 strategies there to help your child, and I know you can do it. I'm excited for you to help her transition into. She's 5 years old, so I'm assuming kindergarten, right. Transition into that school system, and I definitely feel for you because it's something that we got in our life, something that we're doing. So I hope that everything goes well. And let me know. Shoot me an email. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with me. Any questions that you have, just send me an email or put them in the comments. And if you can, subscribe. Help us grow. Help us support others.